Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Morning, Nanny 7. Thank you for being here this morning, sweetheart. Hello, and let's get this out. Let's let everybody know that we're here. And while you're doing that, just take a moment to think about what you're grateful for. It is Wednesday. I'm grateful for all of you that are finding it this morning and helping to share it out. Good morning, Kathy Hand. All right, so let me entertain you. Let me find my captions. Here we go. Let's do some gratitude this morning when we gather. Thank you for sharing, Annie. I appreciate that. So cheers, everybody. Good vibes in here only. So if you got any other vibe going on when you come in here, your energy and your frequency is going to shift, because that's what this is all about, is being happy, joy in the morning. Good morning, Sally and Tony, and thank you for making coffee so that I actually have that flowing through me this morning and hopefully can wake up and be alive. Annie, I'm so glad to hear that, and I'm glad that you're here this morning. Thank you, all of you who are sharing it. Good morning, Jessie. Thank you for being here. Andrea, Greg, Auntie Jean. Oh, yay, you're here this morning. Okay, well, let's go into our hearts and find that beautiful frequency of love so we can tell our brain how loved we are this morning. It's important every day to start your day with love, to start your day recognizing who you are and being your magnificent, beautiful self. So, hand on the heart and slow down the breathing and add in that element of love, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's just this morning you can say, I'm okay. Not on top of the world yet, but I'm okay. And just start there. Start wherever you can. And then move up that rung on the ladder. It's a beautiful day. It's a great day to have a great day. I'm alive. I'm here. I am loved. I am wanted. I'm a part of a family that cares, that tells me that I matter. So hear those words, that you matter. You are important. And then smile, because our Marietta teaches us spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. So when you smile, it does change your frequency. Good morning, Isabel. All right, so we got peeps coming in. And let's get to the angel message. Angel message last night. It's time for maintenance. Yeah, it truly is. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. That's by Warren Buffett. There are days when I ask myself, what did you do today? The time seems to slip by, and day can go into the next and the next. Action is a conscious choice. When there's a passion and an urgency to our life, the action steps come automatically, but we still have to lift our foot to move forward. Some days, however, have to be spent on rest. These human bodies are not computers, and we are not zombies. There are certain things that are required to maintain the body. On the days when I honor this fact and have a day that I feel is non-productive, it's hard for me to take that time because a million thoughts go through my head of what I need to be doing. I am learning, though, and being more gentle with myself on those days. I suppose the most important thing is to keep forward momentum and incorporate the necessary rest time into the game plan. Dear angels, there are some days where I just pause and realize how tired I am. It is difficult to just stop what I'm doing and give myself a timeout. I think anyone who has felt a passion for their life mission would agree that this is not easy. I look at the state of the world and understand that while I cannot do everything, at least I can do something. I am learning that some days it may simply be making an outreach call or message to someone I know could use a helping hand and an encouraging word. While this seems so small to me as far as giving, I have been on the receiving end of love and compassion from others, and I know that it can sometimes make a huge difference in emotional well being. Dear ones, there are no small acts of compassion or love. It is necessary to do self care to be able to continue the mission work. This may not fit your agenda, but if you do not listen to your body when it tells you how tired it is, it will eventually stop talking to you and just take a break without your cooperation. For those who think this does not apply to you, we encourage you to pause for a moment and listen to your body. It will always respond to your attention. You are so needed in the world to shine a bright light. If your light doesn't have battery power, it's ineffective. Feed your soul daily and realize that this takes time so do not rush the process. Today is the day to do a random act of kindness for yourself. We will be right here waiting. Dear angels, today I promise to take care of myself and refuel. Yeah, I'm making that promise. So I'm not going to push it today. I do have things on my calendar and things that I do have to take care of, but I am going to go at my body's pace, whatever that looks like today. So right now it's a snail. Hopefully that'll improve. I don't know. But I'm just going to go with the flow of my body today and say, okay, what do you need? And I encourage everybody, as the angels did, to just stop and listen. Just quit talking and stop and listen and say, what do you need from me, body? And it'll tell you. If there's a body part that needs more attention, it's going to scream. It's going to say, hey, it's me right now talking to you. And it may be something that you weren't aware of that needed attention, or it might be something that you know needs attention and you've just kind of been putting it off into the corner. You go sit over there for a minute and not really dealing with it. So today, let's deal with it. Let's make promises that we're going to listen to the body and listen to what it's saying. All right. So we've got our Deirdre coming in. Good morning, sweet Deirdre, and happy Wednesday to you. And Sally says, oh my, I'm so tired. I'm out here being weird and laughing at myself. Tony's not finding me too funny, but I am. That's what's important. We're able to laugh at ourselves. And the more we laugh, the more that raises the vibration. And we'll start to find that energy that we're so hoping is going to kick in. Like I was hoping for extra caffeine this morning so that my brain could put words together into a sentence. Good morning, Catherine DeSante. Good morning, Charlie Coons. Josie. Oh, good morning, sweet Josie. I was thinking about you last night, and I apologize I didn't send you a message when I thought about it, but I just wanted you to know that you were in my thoughts and my prayers before I went to sleep. And Brookie, Brooke, and Max, good morning to you. And sweet Dylan, not going to leave you out. Auntie Jean says, just step up from a snail's pace to a turtle's and keep that pace for a day at least. Yeah, I am just going to go with the flow today. I am going to get into that flow energy of whatever it may be. I'm not going to uh, expect more than what my body can give me and what my brain can give me this morning, especially. So yeah, it's the little steps, isn't it? Sometimes it's the little things in life that make us happy. So if I can go a little faster, then great. If not, I'm just going to step back and sit down, and that's okay too. I'm giving myself permission to have that kind of day. So there you go. All right, so I have Rumi for us this morning, and oh my gosh, I love this. Let me show you the card. It's called the Cosmic Heart. So we're dealing with heart energy today. And the message is, I was dead. I became alive. I was tears. I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything. I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion. I shine like Venus. Who else likes to look at Venus in the night sky? I always see it that pop before anything else up in the sky, and I just love Venus. I hear it and weep. In sublime reverence, I bow to this living, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes throughout all of creation. Once, some time ago, I was deaf. I had not heard one true sound, much noise, but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. Then, in a moment of my crisis that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful than those temporary ailments. That gift was the ability to hear the sound hidden beneath all of life. I heard it, that sacred sound of the beating heart of the universal love. Now I know that belief in unworthy things, like fear and doubt, is lunacy. Even my loneliness became unconvincing to me. We are animated by this living heartbeat, part of life that is sustained by it. You and I, the planets, the birds, and the fishes emerge from the great source because of this beating heart of the universe. It pumps life through our veins. What proof of this is needed? You live. That is the proof. I hear it everywhere now. It has become so loud, louder than any word of fear. It resonates through my soul and eclipses any tremor of anxiety. Oh my gosh, I am so loving Rumi in the morning. I love the energy that goes into these messages that Rumi put forth. So there you have it. Get into the flow, and you'll hear that heartbeat, self moving to the beat. Even though you might not physically hear it, your soul hears it, and you'll find your footsteps maybe moving in a rhythm. I've gotten so addicted when I turn on YouTube anymore to the little reels that they start playing like almost immediately when you turn it on. And last night, it seemed that every other one was Michael Jackson dancing. And boy, did I love to watch him dance. Just, I'm intrigued by his feet and just the whole rhythm, his creativity. And so I feel like that's part of what this is saying. There's a heartbeat, there's a rhythm. And once we can find that, then we're going to move. We might not move like Michael Jackson, but our soul is going to have that draw to just be in the flow and be fluid with whatever we're doing, whether we're walking, talking, whatever it might be. So I encourage everyone to listen today. That's our huge message. Listen to your body and listen to the beat of the universe. All right, what else we got? Deirdre says, I think with all that beach energy and saying sail on to our lovely souls was a lot all at once. It's no wonder you're all maxed out. Rest up, Mama B. I'm going to blame it on Sally and Tony. No, it's totally me. I do push myself sometimes, but right now, I'm going to be okay with that. They're going to come in here and throw something at me. Good morning, Mama Hada Bear. Good morning, good morning. And Sally said one of her favorites is Rumi. Yeah, I just love Rumi's energy. Blue Jean. Oh, Blue Jean, I'm so glad you didn't drown. Thank you for being here with us. And hopefully the water is receding there where you are and things can get back to somewhat normal. And I'm so happy that Dolly is okay. Thank you for caring and for checking on her and for letting us know that she's okay. Um, Deirdre says Cryon calls that the third language, soul speak. Yes, our souls speak, our souls respond to whatever it is that we're tuned into. So just understand that for a moment. We're going to respond to whatever we're tuned into. So if you're tuning into chaos, if you're tuning into that tornado that sometimes can be swirling around and causing havoc, then your soul's going to respond to that. If you're tuning into the beauty of nature or animals or just sitting by the water and letting it rush over your body and just be in that moment, your soul's going to respond to that. So you're going to have the peace, the love, the joy of whatever you're tuning into. So this is a big message for all of us today, to pay attention and to listen. And Kathy, you like blaming Sally and Tony. Yeah, but just remember, if there's a finger pointing forward, there's four more pointing back, right? So yeah, there's no blame or shame. It's all whatever our choices are that we're making. I'm just teasing them this morning. Get them riled up. Sally says, I was just telling Tony how much I love you being here because I know that you are resting up and it's needed. Yeah, it truly is. I was talking to Marbeth last night, and she was so happy that I'm going to be here for a little bit to get some much needed rest. Auntie Jean says, Teri or Sally, I hate to show my ignorance, but who is Rumi? You know what, Auntie Jean? That is your assignment for today. So I'm giving you an assignment. You're an ex-school teacher. You know how that works. If you have a curiosity about something, what do? You research and you say, I don't think I know this being. I don't think I know this place. I don't think I know whatever it is that you hear about that you're not familiar with. And so what do? You go to the source and you say, all right, I want to understand this better. I want to understand this person or this philosophy or whatever it might be. And then you follow the breadcrumbs. This is how I do it. So I'm just sharing with you what I do myself. if I get curious about something, I go looking and I find a breadcrumb and I'm saying, okay, is there something to corroborate what I'm reading or what I'm seeing? I ask for signs. I ask, is this something that I need to be aware of? Is this something that's going to be helpful on my journey? So, Auntie Jean, you have an assignment. And let's see how much you can find out about Rumi today, because I just love Rumi. And it's Rumi. And Sally said, Rumi is an ancient philosopher and brings forward ancient wisdom. So there you go, Jean. When you start digging, I think you're going to find that there is so much love that flows from this person, and we benefit from it. We get the outpouring of what Rumi felt as he tuned into the universe and to the God of his understanding. Julie Kiss, good morning, sweet one. Thank you for being here. Isabel said that was beautiful. Yes, all of Rumi's writing is so beautiful. And this deck that I work with, it's an app I have on my phone, and it's Elena Fairchild, my absolute favorite when it comes to doing cards, any oracle card. She's my top one that I look at and see what she has to offer. Yeah, so it's Pick on Sally Day, Sally and Tony, just to keep them on their toes and let them know how loved they are. And it is fun, isn't it, Kathy? Yes, Auntie or Mama Hotto Bear, Auntie Jean will absolutely love Rumi. Yeah, I think it's going to speak to your soul, Jean. That's right. I'm turning the tables on you. You know, the best teaching is when we share with you to go in and find things, to go in and look. And we can point you in a direction, as Sally did, that it's a philosopher. It's not someone that's here with us physically, but someone who was physical and really did a lot of deep thinking and deep loving while he was here on the earth. Sally says, I left a few breadcrumbs to follow. Yes, you did. Thank you for that. All right, so it is prayer day today, and we know we've got some heavy-hearted among us that we're going to lift up. And Josie, I really pray that you're doing well, darling, and I am so glad you're here this morning. I want you to please lean on us. Those moments when we feel like we can't put one foot in front of the other, that we can't just put that smile on our face, it's okay. Just be gentle with you and lean on those who love you so very much that we just want to wrap our arms around you, hold your hand as you walk. We want to be there because we love. That's what this family does. We love. Oh, hello on YouTube. We have Be Kind, who says Rumi is special. Absolutely. And I love the special energy I feel when I tune in to Rumi. And yes, Joanne, good morning. Joanne says, we're keeping you in my heart and prayers, Josie. We absolutely are. Deirdre says, prayers for all humans, Gaia, and all who live on her back. World peace and attention to human trafficking. And Deirdre's sending love, light, healing, and hugs to our Josie. Our Josie is so special. And Josie, I'm praying that you're feeling that right now, that you feel the special energy that we send to you. And as promised to our dear Ricky, we're not going to go one day on the show without an ARG. So there you go. Let's all ARG out to the universe and let Rick know that he's still very present right here with this family. He's been showing a lot of signs, and just know that there's so much love that's coming from him, from his big old heart that he's sharing with all of us. And Sally loves to meditate and channel Rumi's energy. Yeah, I think when you find yourself being a little poetic and the words just kind of flow in that energy, just ask, am I tuned in to someone who wrote so beautifully with those words and still is using some of us to bring that message forth? Because that's what happens. Kathleen says, please add Donna, who's having open heart surgery tomorrow, Courtney, and Nancy. All right, let me do that then before I pull that list up. There it is. And I did add the ones from yesterday, so I have all of those on here, and hopefully I don't have any that I've missed. So as soon as I get these names typed in, I'll share this screen. All right, I gotta go back and see who it was now. Donna, Courtney, and Nancy. Okay. All right, got it. Okay, any others, go ahead and type them in, and I will put them in after we get off the air. Okay, so remember that while we are going through this list of names that's our Peapod prayer list, that each one is a loved one that somebody has put on that list. Somebody said, I am asking for help in lifting up this person. And Josie, oh my gosh, how could we ever forget our pirate Rick? Rick is such a huge presence in this world and in our hearts. So thank you, Josie, for being here for us to just continue loving him through you and you loving him through us and feeling his energy. And I know he's very, very, very present. And Jean says, yesterday I remembered how Ricky made me feel so welcome and a part of a family. He made me happy. All day I kept a smile on my face and felt joy. Thank you, Ricky. Rick always made whoever he was talking to feel like they were a brother or a sister. There was never a stranger at all. And I just love that about him. Love never leaves us. Nope, it never does. And Joanne's asking prayers for her sister Elaine. She's in North Carolina with her mom. Wish I was there to help and sending strength and calm insight to her. I'll make sure that she's on the list. I think she might be, but I'll make sure after we get off the air. And Kathleen says also Tammy Greco, who made her transition yesterday, and her family. Certainly will. Thank you, Kathleen, for letting us know that. All right, let's go into our hearts and let's just remember every person on this list that we love, because that's what we do. We just love. And that's what heals. Let me get rid of the caption. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that's weird. I don't know what it's doing now, but my computer's being a little weird at the moment. So our Peapod prayer list, we lift up all the P's for peace. If you're here, You are a pea. You are part of our beautiful pea pod family. And what that means is that we are like-minded, we love, and we're fed by the same source, which is our Creator. So we're asking the Creator to look on every name that's on this list right now and for it to be answered for the best and highest good. Whatever that might look like, we don't know. We're just all struggling, making our way home together. We don't know what's the best thing for each other, but we can always just turn to that higher power and say we trust, we believe, we have faith that these prayers are being answered. We pray for peace on earth, and we pray for more attention to human trafficking. Oops, what did I do? Here we go. So we're praying for our Prachetta, Prachir and Goofy, Aunt Mina and Neil, Navriti, Jasmine and her family, Abba, Billy and Tim, really lifting up Tim, having to make a big decision about surgery, and praying for their son Brian and all of their family. Sheila and Kevin and their family, Gary, Loretta and Cecil and their family, Joanne Castrillo, her husband John, and all of their family, especially Jackie and Eris, Deirdre, prayers for you, your daughter Danya, and Thump, our little kitty cat, Deirdre's sister Steph and her husband Bob, Adriel, Joni, Carl, and Viola, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne and her family, Jacob, Marietta, and Ed out on the water with good girl Pearl and Mr. Wiggles on Sweet Dreams, Raquel and Claude's family, Leo Harley and his family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jebby, Jim and son, Ryan, Rick, sweet pirate in spirit right now, lifting the whole family, all of us that loved Rick, especially his beloved wife, Josie, right here with us this morning, and anyone whose lives he touched that are going to miss his physical presence. Tom and Mary, which are Josie's parents, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim Lorio and family, Jean and Ron Lorio and all of your family. Good morning, Oksana. Thank you for praying with us. Christina and Carrie Leftwich and their family, Aunt Mary Lou Burdick and her family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs. I haven't seen Catherine this morning, so let's lift her and Michael and the family and the fur babies. Roslyn Good Vibes, Sally and Tony De La Rosa, and all of their beautiful family. I'm getting to meet more and more of them and have absolutely fallen in love with the great-grandchild, who's such a little delight. Rose De La Rosa, Kathy and Bob Hand and family, especially Colin and Marlena, Bo and Candy Hand, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss, your daughter and grandchildren, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and her family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and his family, his brother Raymond and wife Kathy, Hope Wellington Marshall and Zena, and Hope's parents Winston and Cynthia, Trey Horn, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Eric, John, Tatiana, Annie Seven, lifting you up, Annie, with Grayson and Adam, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and the grandkids, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah, Oksana, thank you for being here today, Oksana and her mom, Amber, Jenna, Katia, Maximus and Max's teacher, Herv, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul and their daughters Anesh and Teresa, Beata and her daughter Juliana, Linda and Dick Lemieux and their sons and grandchildren. And I just found out that Dick had been in the hospital for a week, and I'm hoping that he's home now. But let's lift that family up and pray for continued healing for Dick especially. Linda's friend in Sarasota, Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, and Stacy's mom, Karen, Mary Lord, Buster, Wayne, Blue Jean, and Dave, and all the fur babies. And I'm so glad that every animal there is okay after that flooding that happened. That was really weird, the flooding that happened there in Vermont where you are, Jean. Dolly the horse, so glad Dolly's okay. Chance the horse, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle. Come on. Brookie. And Brookie, your beautiful family, thank you for being here today. The Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Sean, Lily Ann in Norway. And Lily's got a lot going on with her family right now, so let's really lift them up. Kathleen Caputo, Mama Hada Bear, Baby Wyatt and Mom Katie, Baby Haven, Mom Mandy, Baby Divine, Kat, Steve, Candy and Pastor Bruce, the whole Deerfield Valley needing our prayers again with that flooding that happened yesterday. And our sweet Captain Corey in spirit now, and his beautiful family, Pixie, his sisters, and his dad. Let's lift them all up and the millions of lives that Corey touched while he was here. Alba, Dottie and Don, Grace Isis, and Grace's father, Edwin, having a stroke scare, and I believe that he is doing okay, was the last word I heard from you, Gracie, and keep us updated on him and how he's doing, and all of your family there in Kenya. Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Karen Palmer and her family, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Elena, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Tammy Fisk, you and your daughter and your sister Tracy, Lori, Kelly, Rochelle and your mom Rose, Steve, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family. Um, I know it's a struggle right now for Lainey, her daughter, but let's keep her lifted and let's just keep energy and prayers flowing toward that family for the very best outcome with health. Sharon, Jeannie and her sister Merle, the area of Boulder, Colorado. Deb Goldberg and family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles, and sons, and Brody, their dog, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and her family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law Padama. And Sherry, I believe, is in South Dakota right now, currently, or on her way for the Sundance that's going on there. So really lifting her and Hanaya up. And Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Terry Wilderman and her father, Mary Crincoli and her friends in Florida, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Viola, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Maddie, Akil and the Pakistan orphans, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Joseph, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Allie, Bree, Claudia, Marianne Pish and her family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family, and I think Kuka should be out of her cast by now. I'll be checking with her later today and see how she's doing. Sharon Boyle and Zoe, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Brookie's Aunt Jeannie, Shelley, Sue and grandchildren, Carrie's niece Laura, Maggie's mom, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Robert Dosa, Miles and Sarah, Debbie Carroll Hawks, Carl, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Michelle Landers and her beautiful family, especially her son Alan and her daughter Alicia, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Joanne McConnew, Whitney, Jude Doughton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Matt, James Schultz family, Julie Kiss and your beautiful moms Cynthia and Linda Kiss, Courtney, Lucinda, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Compamans, Sunny and Hunter Floor, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and her family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Zoe Charles, Erica Fagels, Yolanda, Sylvie Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and her mom Jewel, Joey, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Nancy Brodelsky, EC, Shelley Newman and Terry Newman, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Ollie the Cat, Marisol Soto, Cassie, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and daughter Mia, Dick Waters, Milton Carvajal, Sharon, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carvajal and David Reiger, Solvi Barnes, Aud Barnes, Goon Ellen Sundahl, Vita Hammond, Maria Mitchinson, Higman Simpson, Sam, Suzanne's dog, and missing our Suzanne now that she's working during the week, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia, Benedita, Rebecca Seward Rickardson, Matt, Anjali, Juliette Herman, Paula Greca, David Brett, the Rowland family, Colleen, Dylan Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Jay Briscoe's family and friends, Robert Wallington, and sons Ben and Joe, and had a bit of an update yesterday on Robert, and just keep praying that there's going to be physical improvement there, please. JT, Frances Nalbin, Shanna, Danielle Riverin, and her family, and let's pray for all of Canada and pray that those fires will go completely out there. Annie's Aunt Carol, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Divine, Christine and Ed, Charlie, Isaac, Jonathan and Eddie, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Peter and Catherine DeSanti. And thank you for being here this morning, Catherine. And if you would, please give us some updates on what's happening with you. I know you've been through a struggle, so we want to continue to lift you high. Mary Jane in Vermont, Carol Caruso, Adam Valmeyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and her family, Eric and John, Darlene Ose, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Mivan and Vanya, who were both born premature in India, Anita Blake, Daniel McGraw. Okay, I think I missed a page there, but I'll go through it and make sure that they're all on there and see if there's any that we have updates on. Oh, okay, Christina, I see you. Thank you for being here. I see your message. We certainly will. And Kathleen Caputo, snow in South Africa. So funny seeing the children there making snow angels. Would be good to add the earth to the list to easily get through the changes it's going through and the safety of all on earth. Absolutely. We lift our dear Mama Gaia up high and ask for peace on our earth, peace in our hearts as we do deal with all the changes that we go through. All right, so thank you all for listening to the names, for holding them all up high, and let's pray this prayer together. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. Just breathe that in. Breathe in love and give it away. Breathe that love over every name spoken, over every person that's here right now in our midst. Those who are not here, that normally are, let's lift them up as well. And there's our beautiful words that we use every day in our heart telephone to share love with each other, because that's what we do. This is a family that loves. It doesn't matter who it is that comes in. We love you, and we want you to know that. All right, so put it up there on the screen, and we are going to do that countdown of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. And if there's any loved ones that we missed, or if you need to be on the list and you're not, please let me know that in the comments. And if there's anyone else that wants to come off of the list, then let me know that, and I will take your name off. So thank you. And here we go with some sweet lovin'. Our Deirdre leading the way. Oh, Leo, how'd you jump in there? Good morning, Leo. Thank you. I love you. And there's our Deirdre. Thank you. I love you. Such sweet words. I love this. Charlie, good morning. Julie Kiss, thank you. I love you. Kathy Caputo. Auntie Jean. Our sweet Josephine. We love you, Josie. Thank you. I love you. Isabel. Oh, you all are so beautiful. Thank you for coming in and for sharing love with us this morning. Thank you for holding up your fellow peas, those that need the extra love and those that are celebrating whatever it might look like. Okay, so let's get ready to honor ourselves today. That was the big message. Honor yourself. Listen to your body. Listen when your body says, I'm a little tired right now. Can you please just sit down or lay down or just be? And honor that. Catherine DeSanti, so glad you're here with us. Thank you. I love you. And Leo sharing some sweet love to our Josie. Yes, we certainly do love you, Josie. Sally and Tony, thank you. We love you all. And Hope, our sweet Hope over in England. I was thinking about you last night and need to put out some communication to you today. And giving extra hugs to our Josie. Sally, you're trying to, but the boss says no deal. Well, fire that boss. Listen to the body today. Listen to whatever is there in front of you that just needs some attention. And let's all do that today. Let's do a random act of kindness for ourselves and just be in a great mode of being instead of doing always. So we're getting out of here with these sweet words that Deirdre is sharing of namaste, y'all. Stay in your heart and stay blessed. And I will see you later. Bye, everyone.